I'm visiting every single Roman ruin in Britain, and this is the Antonine Wall, which runs through the central belt of Scotland. This new frontier, ordered by the Emperor Antoninus Pius, was to run 39 miles from the Forth to the Clyde, which is modern day Glasgow to Falkirk, roughly. If this new frontier was to be reinstated today, roughly 2/3 of Scots would live to the south of it, showing just how much fertile land the Romans claimed under the Emperor Antoninus Pius. The frontier itself was formed of two main features. The ditch, which I'm walking in right now, this would have been filled with thistles, brambles, and all sorts of nasty bits to make going in it really discouraged, but also all of the spoil that they would have dug up from this ditch would have been placed there to form the bank, on which they would have put a palisade wall. This would have been about 4 meters tall in antiquity, and it was far less formidable than Hadrian's Wall, but it got the job done at doing roughly the same thing, which is to separate the barbarians from the Romans and to stop people from going to and from the province of Britain. It would have also acted as like a customs barrier. Imagine you're transporting a wagon from Free Britain to the north to Roman Britain to the south. You would have had to go through one of the Roman gatehouses, and they would have definitely taxed you if they could. Just a few years after the death of the Emperor Hadrian, construction began on a new frontier in Britain. This time it was to be roughly 100 miles north of Hadrian's Wall in modern day Scotland. The reason for building this wall is clear to us from the ancient historians, who say that Antoninus waged a large number of wars through his governors. Through the governor Lollicus Urbicus, he defeated the Britons, and having driven back the barbarians, he built another wall, this time of turf. Unfortunately, the Antonine Wall is far less well preserved than Hadrian's Wall. The obvious reason as to why is that it was made of turf rather than stone. Underneath the rampart made of earth, there is still visible the stone foundations, which would have aided in drainage, although this is only really clear in some parts of the wall. Centuries of ploughing, especially with more modern heavy ploughs, have sadly destroyed most of the earthworks, but some sections like here are absolutely beautiful. Great for walking your dog as well.